Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are continuing to follow Fistula on her festivities rounds. Now we're headed to Dulond to talk to a Hobbit, and we'll do those couple of quests again. But while we're riding there, I want to talk about Update 33. So, first off, and we all figured this one out already, the new region that they're adding to the game is the Yonder Shire, which is just above the Shire, and it is a sparsely populated region of moor, thicket, and fen that has long been home to Hobbit recluses and troublemakers. Sounds like fun. So, that's coming, but there are bigger updates than that. Second, they're adding a whole new festival instance to the anniversary festival, which is called a Flurry of Fireworks. Sounds like it might be fun. We'll have to try it out when it comes out. They're also adding some changes to VIP, which will include the standard versions of Mordor, Minas Morgul, and the War of Three Peaks expansion. I think I already own those, though, so I guess it's not going to affect me. I've already spent the LP on buying those. Let's find out. See. Account. Content. Expansions. Oh, yeah, I already own Mines of Moria. I don't know why it never... yeah, I already own everything. So, it's not going to affect me. But it'll be a nice change for those VIP people who haven't had a chance to get those. The big changes are going to be for all my free-to-play players. So, we know that they unlocked the premium wallet, the gold currency cap, virtue, race, and class trait slots for free-to-play, which was something, all of that stuff you used to have to buy with LP. You get that now. But, starting with Update 33, you get to play the High Elf for free. You also will get the Runekeeper, the Warden, and the Bjarning for free. And the biggest update of all, and I have not seen an update like this ever in the game, all quest areas, instances, and expansions released between the original launch in 2007 up to and including Helm's Deep will be available free for everyone. I'm telling you, that's a big, big thing, because that is content from level 1 up to level 95 that you will be able to do without spending a cent, without spending a single one of your precious LOTRO points that you have gathered in the game. It's huge. So, we're looking forward to this next update. And yes, there are some premium players or VIPs that have already complained because, well, they spent money on this stuff, or they spent their LOTRO points on this stuff, and now other people are getting it for free. But let's face it, most of us have spent our LOTRO points and money on this stuff years ago, and we've gotten years of enjoyment out of it. So it's not like we wasted our money or wasted our LOTRO points. It would be nice if they, I don't know, increase the number of LOTRO points we get each month. That would be good. What else would I like to see for VIP? Maybe give us, one or two black steel keys each month. That would be nice. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But, yeah. I'd say these changes are huge if you have been on the fence about trying out Lord of the Rings Online, and you missed out on the big coupon last year that gave you all this stuff for free. Well, once Update 33 goes live, or even now, so you can be prepared for when Update 33 goes live, make yourself an account, make yourself a character, hop on, check out the game, because you are going to have a ton of stuff to do. And, well, if you happen to hop on Laura Lynn, maybe I'll see you and say hi. Now, we're going to go gather some flowers, some flax, some twine, and some branches real quick. Because, well, the elves, they still need our help. I don't know why they can't go out and do this stuff themselves. But, no, they're going to send us there. We're their errand girl today. I can't wait to see the Yonder Shire. I'd say out of all the areas so far, all the intro areas so far, let's see. No, I can't even really say that, because Eredluin hasn't gotten any, like, massive additions. I'd like to see a little more Kellendom. I mean, if you look up in the distance, there's more to Kellendom. We just can't access any of it. I'd like to see more of the Dwarven side. Although I know some people are tired of seeing new Dwarven content. I mean, I'd say the last couple of zones have all been Dwarven. Or mainly Dwarven. Erebor. Gundabad. A lot of new Dwarven content, but it's all higher level. Of course, Bree got Wildwoods, so they don't need anything else. So yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. I'm looking forward to exploring the Yonder Shire. I'll have to take Medriel out there and check it out. Or maybe I'll level Fistula up and take her out there. I mean, it is part of the Shire. It's only right a Hobbit should explore it. Now, we got the twine. We're headed back over here to pick up some flax, which are these bright blue, almost daisy-like flowers. Almost. Not quite. I swear these 2 deer have been, or these 3 deer, because there's 2 does and a buck, but I swear they've been on this side of the bridge pacing back and forth for 12 years. I'm not kidding. I can remember them being there the whole time. You think at some point they would find something else to do with their time. Alright. Oh, even the sky's pink right now. Oh. Alright. Get the wood. And like I said, once you've done the intro quest for this, you only have to get 4 of each. You still have to get 8 spring flowers to plant in the planters, because, well, you don't get any less planters. And we do still have to watch out for mobs because, well, we're still in aggro range, like this boar here. Excuse me, rude. Really? Really? Go away. And what do I have? Oh, I forgot to clean up my boar. Of course I did. Alright. Let's do that real quick, because that is going to drive me nuts. Put that over here. Put this donkey over here. Actually, I'll put that up here. Alright. That's a little better. The donkey's cute. So's the kitty cat. A little black cat that she got from... I cannot remember. It's the fall festival. I call it the Halloween festival. And we'll pick up our last one here. And get back on her pony. Which she's still riding the basic pony, but it's suitable for a Hobbit. I don't think I have to go back. Yes, I do have to go back over there. Talk to this elf. For unknown reasons, we have to go back and see him. And while we're out and about... Nope, no ring for the dance. Okay.
Megavonnen.
Alright, that one's done. Now we'll go plant these flowers. They're arguing about the prices that people charge for dyes in the auction house, but they wouldn't charge those prices if people didn't pay them. And plus, some dyes are only available during festivals. And others, well, somebody's got to sit there and make them. Or you can buy them in the LOTRO shop for LP. Or go to Layla's and buy them for Mithril. I mean... there's a lot of ways.
I take a moment of your time?
Well, I never thought I'd see the day when we hobbits would have these graceful old elves beat. But it seems this is just such a day. This will make a grand story at the Ivy Bush. As you can imagine, we have many farms and gardens in the Shire, and naturally we have shrews to pester us as well. But I guarantee you that even the simplest hobbit has more wisdom in dealing with shrews than all these elves combined. Don't believe me? Go talk to the farmers around Hobbiton and Nickel Delving. See what happens when shrews dare to pester them. Then you can come back and tell these poor hapless elves what you learned. Okay, so we're picking this one up because, well...
What can I do for you?
He said, what? Why, that little. Nay, don't listen to me. There is no reason for me to take offense. Perhaps our little dirty-footed cheeky gap-toothed guest is correct. Perhaps we elves have something to learn from these hobbits. They must be truly gifted farmers to have grown so fat. Yes, do go to the Shire. Learn what you can from the halflings, on how to best get rid of shrews. Well, she has, she has an attitude when it comes to hobbits, doesn't she? Now, we're going to head back to the Bree Festival ground. And we are going to take the next quest
Hail, friends, and
for
well
the
met.
Sunflower quest series. Because it's also going to the Shire. Very handy. They're still arguing about the price of dyes. Amazing. Of course, I have been in this game for a number of years. And I've been on this server for almost, well, I'd say 2/3 of those years. And I have a whole lot of dyes saved up. So, for me, I don't usually have to buy dyes. The only time I buy dyes is on Medriel because, of course, she's not allowed to get help from any of the other characters. Over here. It's like I'm never going to get the festival dances. Okay. Alright. I can hardly believe it. Can it be true that blooms of the Anarlosse have come to be preserved within the bounds of the Shire? I do not want my brother Edlithon to depart from Middle-earth without knowing if this be so. The thought that he could leave without knowing fills me with regret, and my remaining years will be a sorrow to think he sailed away believing every trace of the Anarlosse had vanished. You have the look of a determined hobbit. Can I ask you to hurry after my brother's company, and to bring him word of these sunflowers? I do not ask you to change his mind, merely to let him know that the flowers we loved in our younger days did not disappear as we believed, but can still be found in the world today. That will be enough for me, and for Edlithon, my brother. His party of elves plan to take the customary route of our people through the country of the Green Hills. Go to the Shire and look for them in the wooded hills above the road, and hurry. I said farewell to my brother not far from here, but that was yesterday, and he will have covered much ground since then. Alright, so. Luckily, it gives us a half hour to do this. And we are going to...
How can I be of service?
Take a sable to nickel delving. And since we have time, while we're headed that way, we'll talk to some hobbits about shrews. Because I think all those spots are right along the path to where we're headed. Oh, that way. So the first place we're going to is down here. And I do believe we're going to have to be... Oh, maybe not. I think this is the egg farm. Yeah, this is Sanson's egg farm. Okay. So we don't have to worry about any mobs here.
What?
Hello there, shrews. Yes, we've been known to see a shrew or two. I'll tell you the secret to getting rid of them. Talk very loudly about winter being just around the corner. Shrews hibernate in winter, you see. Just talk about how cold it's getting and how it's supposed to snow tomorrow. You'll see, they'll be running for their warm, cozy burrows in no time. It's getting awful cold these days. And you see all the, I hear it's likely to snow tomorrow. See all the shrews? They're just kind of hanging out. Brr, I need some mittens. Yes, well, as you can see, they're very disturbed by the news of oncoming winter. I'm sure they'll be running for the hills soon. Okay, so, that did not quite work. But it was quite funny to see him attempt to convince the shrews that winter is coming. And look, sunflowers. Everywhere in the Shire. And she's picking flowers. She's doing the hour-long flower quest. And maybe next time we'll do that. Because I think after we're done with these, that will be the only thing we haven't done. Okay, so we actually need to go past this. And we're going to have some wolves chasing us. Well, they can chase us. Because we're going to see the Gaffer. Gaffer Gamgee. Alright. Hello, Gaffer Gamgee.
What do you need?
If you're wanting advice on gardening, you've come to the right hobbit. Shrews are nasty critters determined to ruin my work. There are two ways to deal with them. Either trap them, or chuck an apple at them. Aim for the head. If you decide to chuck an apple, I suppose stomping on them would work too, if you're quick. The Gaffer, a sensible gardener, has methods not unlike the Elves of Dulon. And he just swatted at one with his hoe. Wow, okay. Brutal, Gaffer. Now, we have one more place to go. We're keeping an eye on our time, and we still have 24 minutes. More than enough time. Now, last place we need to go might be Farmer Maggot, but I don't think so. Hello, hello. Methyl sage. I don't know if I passed by that already. I probably did. Ah. We're talking to the farmers here at Tom Cotton's farm. And
good day.
You want to know how we keep shrews away from our fields? It's very simple. My cat here, Waldy, is the finest shrew hunter in all the Shire. Watch what he can do. Hey, Waldy, wake up. There are some shrews in our fields. Hunt. Go on, hunt. Hiss. Hey, Waldy, wake up. Hiss. I think Waldy is busy at the moment. Come back later. You'll see what he can do. Alright, so. I don't think Waldy's doing much hunting. I think Waldy is more interested in sleeping right now. Now, we are headed up this way to catch up with a company of elves. Because we need to tell one that the Anarlosse still exists. All right. Are we still talking about gold prices and the price of dyes? Or are we just randomly chatting now? Abandoned elf camp. Ah, the elf camp is not abandoned. For now. Megovanen, friend, what brings you to us with such haste? Stay a moment and rest, for we will soon move on. But for a time, I would welcome the conversation. You introduce yourself and convey Harendel's message. My brother thinks that a Hobbit has seen a bloom of the legendary Anarlosse. I find that most difficult to believe. Those flowers began to die at the end of the Second Age, and as Ornor declined, so too did the Anarlosse. They have not been seen for hundreds of years. Your Hobbit friend is mistaken, and my brother is misguided by hope. You are certain you understood what this Hobbit had to say? For the love of my brother, I will honor you in this, even if it seems fanciful, beyond all reason. There is a hobbit village just beneath us, and I understand it is called Woodhall by those who live there. Go to the village and speak with the hobbits and learn if they possess such flowers as you describe. My mind is set, and springtime is the season of my departure, but I have not such haste that I cannot spare a moment to answer this one question of my brother. The journeys we shared in our youth remain dear to me, as does he. Go to Woodhall and put this matter to rest. I cannot delay very long, but I will give some moments to this exercise. It has left my thoughts astir. Alright. And what? Are you an orange chicken? Ever wanted to join an international spy syndicate and intelligence network, but can't seem to connect with other orange chickens that want to be in an international spy syndicate and intelligence network? Then join channel Agent Orange Chicken and live your dreams. Be the orange chicken you were meant to be with other orange chickens just like you. The heck did I just read? Okay, that's definitely different. Alright, so here's Woodhall. It's a cute little hobbit town. And we can talk to any of these elves or hobbits if we wanted to. But this is actually the one we want to speak to. You're looking for sunflowers. Why, I finished painting another of them not yesterday. I leaned it against the wall right over there to dry. Inspect it and tell me what you think. And we have a cute little picture of a sunflower. Oh, it is cute. It's cuter than I thought it was. Okay. Hobbit painting. I actually kind of wish we got that as a reward for this quest. Maybe if somebody at Standing Stone Games is listening. Can we get this painting as a housing decoration? It would be most lovely. Thank you. I do not know what to say. If I did not know any better, I would say the artist painted that not from memory, but from life. This depicts one of the Anarlosse just as I remember. How can this be? Did one of my people paint this picture? How came it to be in this village of hobbits? They are longer lived than men, but not so long that any could have seen one of the Anarlosse and put paint to paper with such accuracy. The last of that breed died out long ago, and only one of my people could have painted this. I always heard elves were frightening and strange, but your friend here seems rather amusing. I assure you, no elf painted the picture, but I will take that as a compliment of my artistry. Yes, I am the painter, and indeed I have painted a number of the plants and animals I have seen in the woods and fields throughout the Shire. I do not know the word he used to describe this flower, and have never heard of it before. No doubt it is an elvish word of some meaning and great significance, but we hobbits like to give things names that tell you everything you need to know. The painting is of a sunflower, of course. There are many of them growing around the border of a farm north of Woodhall, if you like to see them for yourself, and tell your elf friend that I appreciate his kind words about my painting. Alright, so we go out this way. Go around and down and try to avoid the sickle fly. And the wolf and everything else that wants to chew our face off. And over here, the sunflowers line the field, and Edlathon stares at them with wonder in his eyes. How can I put this into words? My heart leaps at the sight. I feel as if I step back in time, back to a day not when the Anarlosse struggled and failed, but to a day when they flourished. Herondal and I walked together among these flowers in kingdoms north and south, and our eyes lighted on the horizon, and our mind danced upon the future it promised. I am brought back to those happy days, and the sorrows that followed in the wake of Sauron and his wars are forgotten to me. The promise of the sunflowers was as bright as their petals, and so many journeys lay still ahead of us. Following the death of Anarion and the decline of Arnor, the Anarlosse died out in the wider world, and yet somehow a seedling must have come to this land. I can see it in my mind's eye. Born aloft in springtime, carried on the breeze until it came to set within the sheltered land. That seed took root, and from it the line prospered, hidden from outside eyes. The Anarlosse survived. Edlithon gazes at the sunflowers in silence. I was prepared to depart. My heart wept to leave my brother, but I knew I would see him again when he too sailed from these shores. But the sight of these flowers has restored in me a sensation I have not felt since our travels together so long ago. How many other wonders might remain in Middle-earth? The wanderlust stirs in me again. I believed I could remain no longer, but now I think my brother and I might find joy in another journey within the bounds of Middle-earth, and then depart for the undying lands together, as once I thought we would. Can I ask you to convey this message to Herondel for me? I will spend some time here in contemplation, and will join him soon. You have my thanks for reminding me of what I once held dear, and not only that, I am grateful for one more thing. You have given me back the hope of the unexpected, the unlooked-for wonders that might still remain round the next bend, or behind the next tree. You have given me back the promise of sunflowers, and that is something I have missed. All right, so he's very happy. And, it's actually a very sweet ending to the story. So he will actually remain in Middle-earth with his brother, and they will go about their travels again, and perhaps see many other wonders. But now we shall head back I might as well take the horse. It's probably almost as fast as going all the way to the stable there and then getting on the horse. And we'll just have to be a little careful of... well, I wouldn't fight him anyway. He's just a baby. And of course we have a wolf following us, but it can follow us. It can't run as fast as a horse. And we have another one here. Because they're all, of course they're all in the middle of the road right now. I swear they do that on purpose. Oh look! Somebody's coming that's a lower level. Let's throw these animals in the way. Well, honestly, I'm not, like, so low level. Have I? Oh, I did give her weaponsmith, woodworker, prospector. Oh, I made her an armsman. Okay. Prospecting. We'll have to work on her prospecting then. I missed out on all that copper ore because I didn't think she had a crafting profession. Well then, just shows I should pay a little more attention. Well, I guess while we're here, we should probably at least get this.
What can I do for you?
Okay. I didn't even have the buckling stable. Well, we don't need to worry about that right now. I noticed that, once again, we haven't had any gold seller ads that I've noticed in LOTRO, but unlike most games, we only have that problem in, like, Spades. It's not a consistent thing like Lost Ark. Or New World used to be. Of course, the gold sellers have pretty much left New World because, well, the player base isn't that much. I do think that they come around in Spades here, but they get banned off so fast because, well, we're quite happy to point out when you put out a gold selling ad in this game. But also because they don't really get any money from the people playing. Okay. Alright, so we'll turn this final quest in. Where are you? There you are. You have returned. Did you find my brother in time? And was there any truth to the rumor that some strain of the Anarlosse might remain within the Shire? You tell Harandel about the sunflowers and his brother's decision to remain in Middle-earth for now. He looks at you thoughtfully, and after a moment a smile lightens his features. I am conflicted, my friend. I did not mean to gainsay my brother's choice, for I know when he made the decision was not easy, and he felt it strongly. I would not tell him otherwise, and I did not wish to make him stay. But when you went in search of him, when it seemed the Anarlosse might bloom still somewhere in the Shire, I confess, I did wonder what I would say if he chose to say. Could our journeying days come again, where might we go? I have come up with just the right destination. I will suggest to my brother that we let our wandering feet bring us to the Southlands. There is a so-called Master of Herbs in Minas Tirith that I would propose we visit. He is possessed of a number of misconceptions that Edlithon and I are well prepared to correct. We two, elf brothers, will depart in springtime, buoyed by the breeze and a spring in our step, on another journey like those we took of old. Thank you for helping my brother and me. Perhaps the sun will smile upon us, and our paths will cross in some distant land. Until then, my friend, farewell. I saw you leave without taking care of my problem, and I admit at first I was rather cross with you. Did you forget I asked you to ensure the visiting herbalist did not cause any further disturbance? But shortly after you departed, I noticed something most unusual. They stopped their drinking and their carousing, and instead began speaking quietly among themselves. Well, the sparks my curiosity were set aflame, and I took a casual stroll by their table. They seemed to be questioning the merits of some long-held belief, and the discussion had shaken them into politeness. What a strange turn of events. I do not know what part you played in this argument about flower strains, and neither do I know if they decided this plant called Anarlosse and the one called Anarlosse are truly one and the same, but I do believe you may have given them something to think about, and while they're thinking, they are done causing disturbance. In conclusion, you have earned these spring leaves after all. Spend them at your leisure and enjoy the festival. And he gives us 18 leaves. Nice. Thank you, sir. I will definitely enjoy the festival. And we'll go talk to this guy
Greetings,
who
friend.
says, "Oh, you are having a good time at this festival. I'm glad to see that." And let's
What
see.
can I do for you?
What can we get? I decided we did not really want this, even though I thought about getting it. And we have that. Oh, right. We were going to get her a new horse, and we have enough to get her a new horse now. We wanted to try this Steed of the Forest Spring. The one with the vines going down the sides. Okay. Now. Okay. We'll unlock that. We'll go over here, go to skills, go to mounts. Steed of the Forest Spring. Not that she didn't have a few horses already, now that I realize it. She had quite a few. But, now, and actually, steed, more like pony. Because, well, she is a hobbit. There we go. And she has her little pony. It's cute. Of course, we're going to keep the plain horse for her, because it just seems more suitable. Now, we have to go back to Duland and turn in that final quest. And that is up in Erdlun. And next time, I think, next time we will maybe, yeah. I'm thinking. Because it's not the most exciting hour ever, but it's about the only thing other than the shrew stomp that we haven't done yet is to do the flower picking. Actually, let me check and make sure that there are no seasonal instances for spring. Oh, there is. There's a seasonal instance, too, that we haven't done. So, we still have 2 more things that we can do for the festival. We can pick the flowers, which is an hour by itself. And we can do the spring bees big business instance, which I remember it's actually rather fun. All right. And there are actually a number of other minor things that we haven't done for this festival. There's a little quest here and there. And nope. Okay. In fact, what do you have here? Missing Ethelworth.
Maid of Honor, might you spare a moment of your time?
He wants me to go to Horsefield and Bree. Wait, what?
Maid of Honor, might you spare a moment of your time?
Oh, okay. I'll pick it up because I can turn it in when I'm at the maze again. Megavonen, welcome to the celebration of Ethelworth in Duland. I hope you will enjoy the wonders that the spring season has to offer before you two wander off to the spring planting in Breeland. The hedge maze there is drawing many of my kindred thither. A company of elves led by a clear-headed Self-Belial went to the spring planting many days ago to observe the green walls on the horse field. I have not heard from them since, and I truly did not expect that they would be away so long. If you find yourself at the festival grounds in Bree, please look for Self-Belial or any of her company. Remind her that Ethelwereth will not go on forever, and that she and her company should hasten back if they wish to enjoy it before it has passed away until the next turn of the seasons. Alright, so he just wants me to go talk to that one elf whose friends are all lost in the maze. And still no ring for dances. Because of course not. Because I'm looking for it. It never pops. And I'm back here.
What can I do for you?
Mangamil listens keenly to you as you tell the tale of your journey in the Shire. That sounded like a productive venture. Sleeping cats lies about the season, but at least one hobbit resorts to similar methods to those we use here. I believe an apple hurled at the unruly beast would give me a great sense of satisfaction. Know-it-all hobbits don't seem to know so much after all. And of course that's a repeatable quest too, but yeah, no. We won't do that one again. Unless I really absolutely need to. Because, like I said, it is a little travel-y. Oh, wait. Let's see if we can't do a shrew stomp. Do we have time? I don't even know. Well, we'll see. We'll see if this pops up quickly enough. And since we have never done it before, we can only do the intro. So it'll be relatively easy. Ah, there we go.
Mind my words,
I'm very
traveler.
glad you are here. These shrews are driving us absolutely mad, and we have just about given up. We expect that many people will come to see the garden if we work together. I think we will be able to stop these shrews from continuing to misbehave. You should enter the garden and wait for the fight to begin. I am a leisurely gardener myself, and my expectations are not high. All I ask is that you defeat many shrews. I don't care how long it takes. So, this is the one, like I said, there's no time limit or anything. And we're not going to worry about doing the big shrew, I don't think. But we will worry about quick slot. You know what? We might as well. I'm probably not going to get it, but why not? You know? So, we've got that one slotted.
Mind my words, traveler.
I do not see him now. I think I just saw him. He drives me mad. He is the bane of the elves. Such an enormous shrew. I have no love for him. Actually, we won't do it because somebody else is here. Perhaps you can defeat him. He is infuriatingly evasive and only appears once in a long while. Only one hero can drive him off in each round. How he drives me mad, mad. He will appear soon in that garden down below. If you can defeat him, I will give you the most generous reward of all. What do you say, Brawler? I'll skip. I'm not fighting with multiple other people for the giant shrew. And there's already 2 of them. Actually, yeah, that's just a townsperson. I don't know why these elves are so eager to watch shrews get stomped. Although they're not getting killed, they're just chasing them off. Alright, so. Let's see, we kick the shrew. And there's a short cooldown between kicks. And now we have to wait for another round of shrews to pop up. And I think we got them all. Okay. So, easy enough. And like I said, that was the leisurely one with no time limit. Well done. It is a start. A new game will begin shortly. I do hope you will participate in the next one as well. We don't need to, but thank you. Now, usually when I do the festival each year, I do end up having to do that once or twice. Oh, I know what else I was going to do. Something else she hasn't done yet. Oh, let me see how much time I have left. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, briefly. We don't have much time left, but as you can see, we are in the Thorns Hall Tavern, because we want to talk to this gentleman here. And this is Andrew. He is an Elf Association member, and he has a quest for us.
I would be grateful for
How
your
do you do,
assistance.
Brawler? Are you interested in a proper drinking challenge for the Elf Association? We have a campaign in Breetown right now, hoping to gain recruits from one of the most famous brewing towns we know of. You'll want to start at the Prancing Pony. A good fellow named Jorny is hosting the first challenge at the Excellent Inn. From there you will begin a tour of the many stations we have throughout Bree. Good luck to you, my good Hobbit. It will not be easy to best the challenge in the amount of time given you. So, now that we've gotten that, next time we do festival, we can go to Bree and make the rounds of the beer hop there. Now that one is good for Elf Association rep and XP. I mean, let's not lie. It's mainly good for XP, especially for lower level characters. So, she'll be able to do that. And there's also one at the party tree for the Inn League, I believe. And that is for the mission recruiter, which we're not going to take her on missions right now. I don't think we can even.
Greetings.
So, with all that done, we have the beer hop in Bree we can do. We have the beer hop in the Shire that we can do, which is a little more challenging than the one in Bree. And I have, wow, some lag. We have the spring instance we can do, and the flower picking, which is, well, other things that we can do at the festival. So, we have a couple more spring festival videos coming. I'm sure y'all won't mind seeing Miss Fistula a couple more times before we rejoin Medrill up in Giant Valley doing her thing. And until then, bye for now.